Hello, welcome to another episode of Inside the Gates. We missed 1 week, but we are back.
Or should we say, welcome back, and thank you for bearing with us.
Yes.
We've had quite the ordeal, but to be honest, if you want to find out any more about that, then listen to Tuesday's episode,
Yes,
where
I'm
we'll
sure
kind of
we'll
fill
talk
you
all
in
about it.
on absolutely everything. But welcome back to Inside the Gates, where we fill you in on everything Disney, Universal, and theme parks worldwide. Where would you like to kick us off, Chloe?
I'm going to go off with some good news.
We love good news.
Yeah, it happened whilst we were out there, but we weren't there for this thing. Spaceship Earth has reopened, everybody.
Whoop, whoop,
Woohoo! It has had some minor cosmetic updates, a bit of maintenance, nothing really to write home about. Yeah, so that was just my thing, is that it has reopened.
Yes, with a brand new sign, though.
Well, I don't think the sign's new. I think the lights around it
Okay, the lights
are
around
updated.
it. So there's subtle differences between it in the first place. I'm going to stick on some good news because actually one of our favourite festivals is returning next year.
Mm-hmm.
They've announced dates and everything. So Festival of the Arts has been announced and it will be running from January the 16th to February 23rd. Now this is one of the
always
shortest
just miss
ones.
it.
I know, we always just miss it, because we are essentially out there early March this time. They have said that they are having a return of the Broadway concert series. Guests have not been announced at this time, but they normally do that sort of like a month or two in advance. So I'd imagine we'll get those around about December time. And they've also said that Figment's Brush with Masters scavenger hunt is also returning, where you'll be able to find Figment in famous art pieces. You'll also have Animation Academy, exclusive merch, and they have also added this year that they're going to be doing a Disney Lorcana event and activities as part of it. So if you don't know what Lorcana is, it's the kind of trading card. It's almost like a kind of Magic the Gathering style thing. Very, very cool.
Very nice. We'll keep on the good news for now, people.
Yeah.
So Disney have announced the 2 keepsake ornaments from Jollywood Nights and also Mickey's Very Merry. So you get a little tree ornament to take away with you from both of those events.
What are they?
And I'm very jealous because my sister Sophie is going to the first night of Jollywood Nights. So
Is she
she's
actually?
she's going to
I
that
am
one.
jealous.
Yeah, very jealous. So they have released the 2 of them. The one for the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party is like a Christmas tree truck, like a 4x4.
Yeah,
Is that right? Yeah, classic truck, red truck with a
or...
pine, Mickey in the driver's seat.
Love that.
And
Classic
then,
Christmas.
Yep, and then the Jollywood Nights one is quite cool. It's like a little photo frame, and it looks like a movie film around the edge with like some presents on top and Mickey and Minnie in the centre. So that is given to the guests as they exit the park on the party days.
Who says that you don't get anything for an additional ticketed event? Now, obviously, with Jollywood Nights gradually approaching, there were a fair few announcements in terms of character meets and some food additions this year. So I'm going to stick with Jollywood Nights, and they have announced that Chewbacca is going to be meeting in his Life Day outfit. Now, I don't know whether you've seen this. I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, so I hadn't really got this. But it's basically Chewbacca in a long red robe. It's very, very interesting. And to be honest, I think I don't know whether he's ever actually featured in his Life Day uniform as such, but he is. They've also announced that Rex is going to be meeting as well as Bing Bong and Miguel from Coco. In terms of the actual menu, they've got the return of a couple of sort of night favourites. So they've got the Gertie cookie again, and then they've also got the Sandy Claus hot cocoa. But this year they've also added a Jolly Jam slider and a Jolly Gingerbread mini churros, which sound good.
That sounds really good.
And I also love the fact that people go to those sort of additional ticketed events just for the additional merchandise and the food items that you can't get
They spend money to then
else.
spend more money.
Yeah, literally.
Disney
I
adults
love
are
that.
funny.
I love that.
Shall we take it down a moment?
Okay.
There was a significant amount of unplanned downtime across Disney World in October.
Oof.
The worst day they had was the 26th. So what's the date today?
It is the 28th as of recording.
No, it's 29th as of recording. Because tomorrow's the 30th and Halloween's 31st.
Very true. Sorry,
29th.
I can't read my dates.
It's okay. The 26th was the worst, where it had up to 11% of things down in Hollywood and Epcot, like individually. On the 26th, across the resort, 5.3% of attractions were offline.
Wow, in one day.
One moment.
That's really bad from Disney.
Yeah, 7% capacity lost system-wide.
Do they know what caused it or anything like that?
But
Not at all.
yeah, it's also, from what I could read online, this was also, there were 3 weeks from the start, I think it was like September into October, for the quietest weeks they've had in Walt Disney World since 2021.
That's crazy.
It's been a tough year for Disney.
Yeah, it has been a sort of fluctuating one, but do I think that's necessarily going to affect their profits? I don't really
I think
so.
Mickey Mouse has still got some money.
I think Mickey Mouse
But
is
that's
still
why they're
gonna be
offering
Scrooge McDuck this
their
Christmas.
Disney tickets to buy in person. They've done a few offers recently for Florida residents and that kind of stuff, which I think has been because of this.
Yeah, no, it makes complete sense. But also, at the end of the day, you're going to a theme park. There's going to be downtime. I think one of the things that Disney World offers that I think is fantastic is that there are so many attractions. If you thought about if 10% of all of Magic Kingdom was down at any one point, you would still have so many attractions to go
absolutely.
to, which I think is fantastic. I'm going to skip over to the Disney Treasure. Now, this is something that's got me very excited because the Disney Treasure has announced a Haunted Mansion Happy Hunt, which is a Disney Magic Band Plus exclusive sort of interactive adventure where you basically go around. Do you remember one of my favourite things that was ever at Magic Kingdom? You know the trading
cards.
Yeah.
Yes, Keys, not Keys to the Kingdom, but Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Something like that. But you used to be able to do it out the old fire station and basically battle against these, against basically Disney villains and collect cards and everything like that. It was wonderful. It looks very similar to that, although you're just using your magic band to try and find mischievous ghosts all around the ship. So it's like an interactive adventure. I think those sorts of things are wonderful because they're not just fun for kids, they're also fun for people like me.
Everybody. Everyone loves them. Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. That's what it was called. Sorry, I had to get it up. It
Disney,
was going to annoy
if
me.
you listen to this podcast, which I'm sure you don't, bring it back. I miss it so much.
Zootopia Better Zoogeva opens this month.
It does indeed.
Yes, on the 7th of November. A lot is happening on the 7th.
Yeah, there are previews happening for annual pass holders, etc.
And DVC members.
Exactly, 2 or 3 days before.
But there is expected to be a big rise in Zootopia merchandise around the park.
Which I think is great,
So
because I
here for
love
it.
Zootopia. Love Zootopia. The other thing that I was going to mention is that Eurostar have actually just done a big order of double-decker buses because of the rise in popularity of Disneyland Paris. So they're going to be adding more...
Buses?
No, trains.
That's why I was looking at you like
bus.
Buses.
It's when I say double-decker, my brain immediately goes to bus. No, they've ordered loads of double-decker trains.
Trains. That makes a lot more sense.
Popularity.
I was trying to put 2 and 2 together then.
Eurostar, Eurobus. It's just not working.
And also, to follow on from Disneyland Paris, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in Epcot is doing the transition from 3D to 2D, but I think it's completed now. So
okay.
Just 2D, which I think that's fine. I don't think that ride needs to be in 3D.
No, 2D
personally.
or not 2D? That is the question. The other thing that I thought this was a bit of a disappointing piece of news, to be honest. Now, the rumour was swirling, and I think it's kind of come from a semi-reasonable source, that Disneyland parks are no longer going to have the Evil Queen
I've been
about,
seeing this.
and actually a lot of the villains are no longer going to be roaming around Disneyland in sort of California.
Be a seasonal.
It is purely going to be down to the sort of seasonal ticketed events and the sort of Halloween time period
understand why
for them to do that. Whereas, I mean, if you've seen anything on TikTok or Instagram, like the Evil Queen, incredible. Absolutely incredible when she's roaming around. So I think that's a big loss, and I think that's potentially a mistake. Another kind of quick one from me is that the Promenade Fine Art Gallery on Boardwalk is now closed. I used to absolutely love this, but
I know you did.
I was normally the only person in there, so I kind of understand it from a business standpoint. From a Universal point of view, though, Universal Park tickets are available all through 2026. Now, there was a reasonable assumption that maybe they would add Epic Universe into an annual pass. They haven't done that.
I've also got more news on this.
Well, they haven't done that, and then they've also introduced the idea of park hopping as well. So, yeah, I'm sure you can add to that and explain.
So, lots of people are seeing now that the Universal tickets for next year say 3 park. Basically, what that means is that Volcano Bay is closed. It is closed from the 26th of October, so it's closed from now. See you later, Volcano Bay. And it reopens March 24th, 2027. So it is closed for it's about a year and a half.
But then again, it's never closed for renovation.
Never ever closed. It's 2018.
Which says a lot.
So the 3 park ticket is Studios, Islands, and Epic. So you cannot go to Volcano Bay. So annual passes from now that start from this date do not include Volcano Bay because it is closed.
Yes.
You can't buy it because you can't go. Because you saw it, you're like, oh, it's not including it. And I was like, yeah. You can't get in.
Because it's closed.
It's closed. So for that reason, the tickets look a bit different. And then if you buy a ticket for 2027, it is called an all-park ticket.
Nice.
Or I think next year's an all-park ticket. The wording is very confusing at times because what does all-park mean? Speak to your local travel agent, they can tell you.
Okay, I'm asking now I'm only joking. That would be putting you on the spot. Right, a very exciting piece of news for me because it's one of my favourite attractions. Soarin' a Tower.
Yes.
So, they are doing an update to Soarin'
How do
for
you feel
summer
about
2026. I quite like it because I love Soarin' anyway, and I think any variety of that ride form is spectacular. So basically, the USA is going to be close to celebrating its 250th birthday.
That's
Yay!
crazy, isn't it?
So what they are essentially doing is they are doing Soaring Across America. So a slightly different variation of Soarin' is probably...
years.
I don't know whether they changed much of the soundtrack or anything like that, but I'd imagine it's just going to be all the sites of the USA, and I'm sure it will be absolutely beautiful.
I've been in a house in the UK that's older than that.
Yeah. 1776.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It is. It's absolutely ludicrous.
That's crazy.
But even still, I still think that's quite a nice, exciting thing. Have you got much more?
I have got one on Universal again.
Cool, I've got 3 more things, so you're all
just to
good.
confirm, we know that the Lost Continent is going to be demolished because they filed the permit for it.
Yep.
We're talking 4.9 acres is being demolished.
Okay.
That's a lot.
It's quite a bit of space.
And now my friend Sean at work was like, take what you will, but leave 2 things. And I thought, what are those 2 things? She went, the talking fountain. I thought, fantastic, don't say that.
Makes sense.
Then she said mythos. And I said, absolutely not.
Mythos can go. Mythos can go. Right, what I was going to talk about was actually, have you seen the Parr House? We spoke about... Yeah, the Parr House, The Incredibles.
Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have
Sorry,
seen it.
I was testing you on your Pixar surnames there. But no, you can actually stay at the Parr household. Now, this is part of Cotino, which is in California. It's one of Disney's kind of private estates. The only way you can stay, though, is if you are a member of the community. That's the only way that you're actually able to book it. But go and have a look on TikTok because it looks, honestly, spectacular. It is wonderful. The other thing is that Magic Kingdom is getting a brand new snack stand called Astro Fizz. And this is going to take over from Cool Ship, where that was. An opening date is not yet confirmed. And then a final thing. Did you see this coming out of Tokyo Disneyland? They are getting rid of Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin with a new overlay that is going to be Wreck-It Ralph themed.
That sounds great, actually.
Which sounds fantastic. So the idea of it is that you enter a game of Sugar Rush, which is being attacked by glitches that are created by King Candy.
Wow.
Looks like it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
That sounds
great. That is debuting in late 2026.
Love that. I have got some Merlin pieces of information as well.
Go for it.
At Thorpe Park, did you know October now generates around 46% of its annual profits?
That is...
just in October.
Do you know what? That does not surprise me because I think Fright Nights, and I believe I was watching, I want to say he's like called Coaster something on TikTok. He's a really, really good influencer. But he's the one that always goes to Alton Tower, and I'm pretty sure that Thorpe Park and Alton Towers had their busiest day of the year.
Well, Alton Towers, October accounts for 27% of the annual earnings and 16% of the total revenue.
See, I just still find that crazy.
It's crazy,
when it comes
isn't
to
it?
Thorpe Park.
They are doing a lot of things, especially at Alton Towers, where they're making it very spooky, doing it rides in the dark and advertising a lot more of like nighttime immersiveness to try and draw people in, which
Very
I'm like,
nice.
if it's your busiest season, maybe try doing it another season, you know. But they also have changed all the annual passes for Merlin. So they've changed the different levels and what you get at the different levels.
Yeah, and it's like the dates available for you to be able to
they have
visit,
also
which
reworded
is really
it because there's something, because everything's closed on Christmas Day, I think, because it said unlimited days a year or something like that, and the wording wasn't very clear when actually there are some block-out dates.
Yeah, there are certain ones.
So see, that was all good. I think we'll go into it more detail next week because we're running out of time.
We are running out of time, and I'm sure that you've got things to get on with. We obviously haven't done any kind of question or poll on this
But I have a question for you, Stephen.
Chloe has a question
and
for me.
And I can also answer it, maybe.
Kel Surprise, go on.
What was your favourite highlight from our trip we've just had?
Oh, definitely just doing Halloween Horror Nights.
Was there a house?
In particular, I can't pick one. El Artista was beautiful. I really enjoyed Graves of Flesh. Gulkin was amazing. But then also like your Terrifier and your Jason. Like, I think one of the things that we'll do on our our next episode that's actually coming out is going to be a kind of recap of everything that we actually got up to. So please make sure that you stay tuned for that. And I'd imagine what we're going to do is we're going to rank our sort of best moments and also everything that we did at Halloween Horror Nights. So yeah.
Lovely.
Wonderful. In that case,
do you want to know what my favourite thing was?
I do.
Thanks. Halloween Horror Nights as well.
Of course it was.
Favourite house? Gulkin.
Very nice.
Loved it.
Lovely. We'll talk about these in...
Lovely.
Lovely jubbly. Right, we'll talk about these in more detail on Tuesday. But until then, have a great rest of the weekend or whenever you're listening to this, and we will see you all on Tuesday.
Bye.
We can cry when it's over.